Now Higgins for Dib. Nice offload back. Boyle winds up. Takes strong contact. Now Moran for Clydesdale again. They have effective edge forwards, don't they? Clydesdale and Teitzel. And now the kick. An aerial contest, and they're getting through quickly. Caitlin Johnston makes sure there's no chance of bringing the ball back into play. The Knights force the goal line dropout.
That they do with that kick, and Caitlin Johnson went to the air. Caitlin Johnson, great defensive effort there, but I think she was considering herself to be half a chance of leap up there and grab that ball, Matt.
She was going for the try, not the tackle. Ultimately, it proved to be the tackle. As Broughton drives the kick, it's taken by Moran. And she goes straight to Predabon. Looking to level it up. Higgins down the short side. Moran can't shake Preston. He does enough in the tackle. Assisted by Foliaki. Now Higgins across the ground. Here's Predabon again. One try already today. The crowd quickly on board with Taylor Predabon as well. Now the ball lost, and it's been taken by Upton, but ruled knock on. That's
as Tamika grabs it, it comes into
off the
contact
head,
with the power play to knock on.
Knocked forward by Newcastle. Then I think Tamika Upton has reached forward, even though being behind the player. So there's Yasmin Clydesdale, and knocked on there, that second fumble.
Yep, couldn't see that from this, but that angle definitely showed. Again, the referee's correct.
Shake of the head from Yasmin, but there's still time. Just over 5 minutes to play. A win here by Parramatta really opens the competition up over the last couple of rounds.
Absolutely. We saw the Broncos, after losing their first 2 rounds, come up with a win. Well, fingers crossed for the Eels if they can do exactly the same. And let's not forget the Premiership winning Roosters started from 2 losses last season.
They relied on for and against in the final round to make the finals and go on and win the Premiership. So it's still very much alive, especially with an Eels victory here. There's Mailangi. Takes the tackle, 28 metres out. Kennedy Cherrington.
Met with some magic defence there. Millie Boyle and Predabon, both effective tacklers. And you see Clydesdale comes in and says, yes, I can do that as well.
Just saw some Knights as well with Kaylin Ponga in the middle of them. Not playing because of those head knocks, but the Knights are here to repay home fans with a victory at last at McDonald Jones Stadium. Just the 2 here this season. They'll be more effective on the road, the Knights. That's bizarre this season.
What a great take under the high ball is Tamika Upton. As the Knights have another attacking try, they've got to get themselves into some good field position.
And is it this lady? Is it Tamika Upton to break Parramatta open? Sammy Bremner has been in startling form as fullback for the Roosters. Well, Tamika Upton now up to 186 run metres, 5 tackle busts. And here she is again, more metres, a run that will almost take her past 200. And the ball knocked down by the Eels. So Newcastle will still have good position here.
Very concerned. Is that just a cramp, or is it an injury there from, is it Vanessa Foliaki?
Cramp it is, and she's been battling with it over the last couple of minutes. Vanessa Foliaki, who's been important to the Eels, hasn't she, today, with 13 carries, 126 run metres, a couple of tackle busts, a line break.
Just hoping that she can get out. Oh, it doesn't look like she's going to shake that nasty cramp. Carrying her from the field. I think it's a cramp, man.
Nothing early in this scrum.
That's what we'll get to Nico to confirm that in a moment. But it didn't look like cramp. as she left the field, unless as soon as she puts weight on it, the muscle cramps up. I'd love to go to Dr. Andrew Voss about that, but he's busy studying for the next game, which is Knights v Sharks. The Sharks aiming for a top 2 finish. They can reach out and touch it, but they've got to beat the Knights at McDonald Jones Stadium as Taylor Predabon is tackled 9 metres out. Newcastle looking to level it up right here. Millie Boyle. Boyle with about 4 or 5 Eels around her to force her back. The crowd appreciating this fight, and they're in. They've levelled the game, Newcastle. Out of dummy halves. They spot the gap in the defensive line and make their move.
Well, we saw some powerful runs there leading up to that. I think that's Mackenzie Wheel. Is that Mackenzie Wheel or Olivia Higgins? It's Olivia Higgins who gives the ball to Predabon. Powerful run, setting up the platform for the Newcastle Knights. Then Higgins picks it up from the dummy half positions, as we see so many tries, and more often than not, these powerful tries from these number 9s that dummy and go over the line for a try, they're often close to the post, making it easier for their I think it's Kira Dibb that's going to take this conversion, which is all-important conversion for the Knights.
Olivia Higgins scores her first try of the season, just the second of her 10-game NRLW career. A season at the Roosters, and now a Newcastle Knights, 22 years of age, and she scored a try to set up this conversion attempt to send Newcastle to the lead. Kira Dibb, the Knights are on track to stay unbeaten. There's 70 seconds to play, and they're up by 2.
Just a quick injury update. I've spoken to the Eels, and Vanessa Foliaki's issue is just a really bad case of cramp, so no serious injury there.
Thank you, Nico. Sideline. So what's the option here for Parramatta, who've led for much of this game?
Going to go the short kick, Matt.
It has to be the option, but it has to be executed properly.
Has to be chased. Has to go the 10.
How good is this for the NRLW players as the crowd builds to be performing in front of thousands of people putting up the Newcastle chant, which hasn't been heard a lot here this season.
As the Roosters played to a home game on Friday night.
Taylor Preston's short kick-off wasn't quite short enough. They're out of their chairs sideline applauding the take, and they're only one set away. And now the strip. Well, here's a twist. Inside the final minute, a fantastic one-on-one strip. It came from Kennedy Cherrington. So all is not lost yet for the Eels. Final minute, 32 metres out. Preston, her kicking game. Now the ball from Broughton. It's been knocked on by Bobby Law. So Parramatta will race here to form the scrum and open up the best part of, what, 2 or 3 plays to pinch the game late. Now time off.
Time off, you can stand up.
Finally, the refs called the time with 23 seconds remaining. I'm thinking you're just going to get 2 plays there, Matt.
Well, then it has to be surely Gail Broughton sweeping around to the left, trying to link with Tiana Penatani.
Oh, Gail Broughton. She seemed to be limping.
Well, she looks hobbled at the moment, but Taylor Preston is to the left with Penatani outside her. That's the way they go. Tiana just overran her halfback momentarily, and now Preston takes a tackle. 10 seconds left. Parramatta 25 out. It will come down to one final play. Now they sweep the ball back to the right. It's taken by Cherrington. Here's Gail Broughton. Long out to Tess Staines. Staines gets the kick in. Tamika Upton is there. And Newcastle have stayed unbeaten. The Knights keep the Eels at bay and go 3 from 3 to open NRLW 22. A thrilling finish at McDonald Jones Stadium. Parramatta fighting hard for their first win, but Tamika Upton is congratulated. The big final play, and Newcastle win it at the death, 18-16.